Let me put a disclaimer right at the beginning. And I know a lot of people have been asking me about this. I am a ZANU-PF member. I don't hate MDC. I just prefer ZANU-PF. I want to talk about more brains and less feet. We need to learn the importance of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Mamacha yatoka. Mwea wekumacha wakuda kudakira futi vana veZimbabwe. Do you remember Maya Mugabe made the whole country march until we marched her husband bye-bye? This flag marched until mufundisi akwidzwa ngoro yemdenga kwenda kwa America. Akambotanga kati hatichada, hatichachka kusvikira auda nekutya zvese. Patson Zamara said wese murode and political parties ignored him until apisirwa mota nevakomana vaBob. History tells us successful march inoda minimum 8 matenka kuti ite makeke. Haidi wakapakirwa police tank ida kutokupisa yode bread vava vasikuzorwa machire. Venezuela has been having marches for 25 years. Occupy Wall Street, the banks still run America. Occupy Africa Unity Square, yakafa yakadaro. And remember Jonathan Moyo akati it's a million men march. Yakazomenza ku Zambia, meno Malawi wakugara. Marches to me are when you fail to reason out an issue. So the resolution becomes, let's go out into the street, tite zveshugure. I truly hope the youth of ZANU-PF have moved beyond this. We have seen this movie too many times. We've seen this movie before. Solidarity marches that hero worship at the expense of sanity. President ED does not need this type of hero worshiping. President Emerson Mnangagwa needs a youth workforce, not a vanguard. He needs a youth league that is organized and committed to working. An army of able-bodied patriotic men and women who are ready to take up the challenge that executes his vision. When he says we must up the production of our agriculture, they must be ready to work. When he says we are behind the world, we need to catch up and overtake, they must be ready to roll up their sleeves and get to work. This is Harare, Hatidima Marches, the capital city, home to some of the sharpest minds in the country and continent in the world. We should be leading the charge to show that we think better than other political parties. ED needs ideas and muscle to get this country working again. I believe ZANU-PF has it and it needs to show it. Now, with that said, MDC is proceeding with their march this Tuesday. Their reason is they want political reform before they agree to participate in the elections. This is smart. Nelson Chamisa is smart boy. He realizes if we go to an election right now, he has no way to win. Not because ED will cheat. No, MDC is simply not ready for an election. Their party primary elections caused all manner of leakages in the party ranks. The Thokozane Kupe split will cost them the second most strategic province, and that's Bulawayo. The alliance itself is stuck with men with Puma-sized egos, too big to fit them in one position. Chamisa's in trouble. Calling for a march is the smartest thing he can do to try and buy time because he needs time. The trouble is, while the strategy is smart, it doesn't work. At least it doesn't work without a follow-through. It never has. The most recent example is 2017 Kenyan elections. Raila Odinga did all he could reasonably do to make the country come to a standstill. Because come rain, come thunder, he was going to lose to Kenyatta. But marches would be his saving grace. You see, with most marches comes violence, looting, and instability, which is an excellent recipe for great TV and political manipulation. MDC will march today, but it doesn't matter. It's your right, and you're allowed to. But it's too cold for anybody to play this game, even just for one night. You don't believe me? Watch. Watch how many people will last until 6 p.m. marching today. I wish Chamisa rose to the occasion and understood we are in an era where we must make noise with our votes, not our voices. An era where we must win with our ideas and strategy, not anger and inciting. Everyone marching today will have their different reasons for marching, whether for ED or for Chamisa or for money or for food or for a t-shirt or kungoitiswa ende wangogara sina plani. But remember this country is not going to be built by our fights. It's going to be built by our ideas. 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward. Remember, more brains, less feet. The loudest voice that will matter in this election is called a vote. Not toy. Not toy. A vote. Learn from Zimbabwe's minority groups. The Indians will be selling their spices today. White people will be manufacturing their biltong and trading their ameno, their dogs. The Chinese will be mining your diamonds and buying our elephants. Meanwhile, you want to be marching in winter. Think about that. Hi guys, thank you for supporting the Lumumba Files. To make sure you don't miss a show, press the subscribe button below and the notification button, that's the one with the little bell, and you will always get told when I put up a show. Thank you for watching. Head bowed.